Hello everyone and welcome to the Key for Your channel. Today I'm here with an exciting topic, the Mahabharata. Specifically, we'll be revisiting the powerful conversation between Sri Krishna and Arjuna during the Geeta Saar in the great battle of Kurukshetra. I'd like to share some key highlights from this dialogue which truly inspired me. Krishna's words to Arjuna urging him to stand up for dharma and fight against adharma carry a deep motivational message. As someone who has explored various interpretations of the Mahabharata across platforms like YouTube, Hotstar and many more, I felt compelled to bring you a concise summary of these important teachings. So without any further delay, let's dive into the vlog and explore what Sri Krishna conveyed to Arjuna during the Geeta Saar. Stick around till the end to truly absorb the essence of this timeless wisdom. Arjuna watches the people around him in the battlefield with a helpless face. He watches Sri Krishna, Yudhishthir, and everyone. Hey Sri Krishna, before the conch is blown, I wish to inspect the armies of both the sides. Kindly steer the chariot to the midst of both armies. Sri Krishna smiles and he pauses the entire battlefield. Now Arjuna, with a helpless face, watches everyone in the battlefield. Duryodhana, Shakuni, Dushasan, and now Arjuna, with overloaded fear in his eyes, watches his brothers, his battlefield, and his army. Everyone. Arjuna is now overloaded with fear in his eyes, looks around again and again, whether to start the battle or not. Now Sri Krishna just smiles and he stands up from the place where he sat, asks Arjuna, "What would you see, Arjuna? Whose view can overlook the foliage whistles hunting birds? Today, why does he want to survey the entire battlefield?" Now Arjun says, "I wish to survey the opposition army, Krishna, and to survey my own army. I wish to know in this battle whose death shall establish justice and whose death shall project injustice. I wish to know what I shall achieve in this epic battle and what I shall lose." Krishna says, "You are out to make sacrifices in this battle, Arjun. So why are you pondering upon gain and loss in vain? A charity is the one where the donor loses and the seeker gains. But a sacrifice is the one where the donor gives away and the whole world gains. But Krishna, I am not here for a charity. Countless soldiers are here to lay down their lives. I wish to ensure if in this grand battle whether I shall be destroying injustice or alongside I shall harm justice as well. Will you do all this now, Arjun?" Krishna, with a commanding face, "Do you possess the power of creation and destruction? The Supreme Lord Himself affects creation and destruction, Arjun. You are mere medium. Why do you intend to bear its responsibility upon yourself and letting your arrogance grow? I had told you, Arjun. The one who learns the fact that he does nothing himself is the one to accomplish something significant. Perhaps you have forgotten. Therefore, see it, Arjun. Go ahead and see what you wish to. Because if the donor's hands tremble prior to making a charity, his deeds aren't accounted in true sense. Now Sri Krishna drives the chariot towards the opponent's side.
यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Now Krishna has decided to enlighten Arjun. Sri Krishna steps down from the chariot and says to Arjun, Prince Duryodhana is standing there. Remember, Arjun, the orders to drag Draupadi into a filled royal court as a slave were issued by him. Now Arjun remembers. Dushasan, bring that slave Draupadi to this court. And if that arrogant woman dares defy my orders, grab her by the hair and drag her till here. Now Krishna goes near to Shakuni and asks Arjuna to look here, Arjun. This is your uncle Shakuni. Today he wields a sword, but he always tries to attack by treachery. Sri Krishna says to remember how he conspired to burn all your 5 brothers and your mother in Varnavad. Arjun now remembers the thing happened with them in Varnavad. And now look here, Arjun, Dushasan. These very hands had committed the audacity. Arjun now angrily remembers everything that has happened to him. Now look at Grandsir Bhishma and Master Drona. He stayed a mute spectator as Draupadi was dishonored. Now Arjun remembers everything that has happened in the Sabha. Look at Ashwadhama over there and remember the foul words he used. Now Arjuna remembers the words Ashwadhama used in the Sabha. The one who nurses a relationship with 5 men. I am ashamed to call her my sister. Now Sri Krishna questions Arjun, does your heart not crave for vengeance now, Arjun? Does your soul not clamor for justice now? Does the desire to wield a weapon does not arise in you? Does the battle not seem inevitable now? Arjun is now infurious and remembers everything that has happened with them, with his brothers, Draupadi. And now finally Arjuna says, "Yes, Krishna. The battle is inevitable." And now Sri Krishna asks, "Now this battle seems inevitable to you, right?" So look at your grandsire once again, Arjun, and remember how he provided you with love and protection at each step. He sacrificed himself in an attempt to get justice for you and your family. The words of Mahamahim Bhishma to Hastinapur king, "As long as you hold the throne of Hastinapur as a king, I shall live every moment to protect you. But today, please grant the sons of Pandu one chance at Sola's son to look at Master Drona and remember how, with immense love and pride, he bestowed upon you his supreme knowledge. Now remembers the words said by Master Drona. You shall be the world's best archer. I shall make you the world's best archer. This is my promise, son." Krishna says, just in order to make you the world's best archer, he burdened himself with sin. Remember Arjun. Now Arjun remembers the thing happened with Eklavya. Master Drona asked, "If you wish to give me a savior as a disciple, grant me the thumb of your right hand." And now Sri Krishna says, over there, look at Vikarna as well. He was the only one who dared to oppose at royal court that day. And now Arjun remembers the words said by Vikarna. If a king ever loses in battle, he has to lay down his arms. But a lady should not be dishonored in this manner. This is a difference between disarming an enemy and dishonoring a woman, brother. And Draupadi is the bride of the Kuru dynasty. Now Krishna questions, is all this worth killing for Arjun? Now Arjuna broke into tears and says, "No, Krishna, how can I kill them all?" Sri Krishna says, "Indeed. But look at the side you are on, Arjun." Now Sri Krishna turns back the chariot and moves towards the Arjun side and asks Arjun, "Now look at the side you are on, Arjun." Arjun looks that side. "Your eldest brother, Yudhishthir, brother Bhim, and look at your younger brothers. Look at your sons and your nephews. Many of them shall meet their demise in this battle," Sri Krishna says. Sri Krishna now questions to Arjun, "Doesn't your heart feel weakened by the possibility of the death, Arjun?" Now Sri Krishna insists, "Arjun, now also think over as that what is the fault of brother Duryodhana. If he was greedy for power, and if it is true, if he was convinced earlier, if Dushasan committed a crime by dishonoring Draupadi, if it is indeed a crime, even you heeded to your elder brother and let your wife be dishonored. Wasn't that a crime too, Arjun?" Grandsire considered his oath to be more important and assumed the honor of his clan's bride as insignificant. Was that not unfair, Arjun? and your eldest brother Yudhishthir, in order to fulfill his personal obligation, participated in the gamble in the court. Was that not unfair, Arjun? So, it is appropriate to assume brother Duryodhana as a foe. Do you see justice on your side, Arjun? Now Arjuna with a helpless face. You are indeed right, Krishna. On both sides I can see justice and injustice as well. Now Krishna says, therefore, you could never realize the purpose of the war, nor could you perceive the form of justice, Arjun. Now Arjun trembles down and says, my mind has gone numb, Sri Krishna. Arjuna trembles again and again and says, every part of me is trembling. My hands do not have the strength to wield a weapon. My Gandiva bow is repeatedly slipping off my grasp, Krishna. Arjuna now, with full of tears in his eyes, says, I can only foresee immense destruction. Only the immense destruction. Arjuna now cries, why? What for, Krishna? What for? The agony of insult? The thoughts of injustice? Or the oath of vengeance? I do not have any such reason. I have no reason, Sri Krishna, to accept such vast catastrophe. I cannot. Now Sri Krishna says, a catastrophe is the foundation of reformation, Arjun. If a branch of a tree is cut off, two grow in its place. Why do you fear the catastrophe today? Do you not know the fact that it shall cause reformation later? Do not embrace this impotence, O Arjuna. This does not befit you. This impotence does not befit you at all. It is your duty to wage a war, Arjun. Raise your weapon. Now Arjuna watches everyone around him, Kauravas, Pandavas, and everyone. He bows down and steps down from the chariot and says to Krishna, how can I raise my weapon, Krishna? Arjuna now approaches towards Krishna and says, serving these people has been the most fortunate aspect of my life. Such are my grandsire, Master Drona, uncle, and my elder brothers. I do not have the courage to raise my weapon against them. Even if I attain heaven by slaying them, it is futile, Krishna. It is futile. Krishna, a man lives thinking of his future. Even when I look at these soldiers, when I look at these million soldiers, it reminds me that past the war, countless women shall be widowed, countless children shall be orphaned. Tomorrow, when the rules of the society are broken, there shall be none to teach the values of tradition. The knowledge of Vedas shall go extinct, Krishna. The Kuru dynasty shall be destroyed. The safety of the Arya clan shall be destroyed. It shall be destroyed, Krishna. It shall be destroyed. Now Krishna says, you may preach like a wise man, but In reality, you speak like a fool, Arjun. What shall be destroyed if a tree sheds a few leaves or grow new ones? It cannot be held as a reason for joys or sorrows. The reason for a leaf's creation and the meaning of their existence is just to keep the tree alive. Similarly, the reason and purpose for a man's birth is the society's well-being. The society is for the world, and the entire world is for creation, and this entire creation is for God Himself, Arjun. The one who realizes this fact can always see the path to justice clearly. Yes, Arjun, there shall be destruction in this war. There shall indeed be. But bear this in mind too, that new traditions shall be formed too. Old traditions have been rendered poisonous. Thousands of years ago, the heritage that was established by the Vedas now remain as mere words. The social construct that was based on man's intelligence is now based on man's birth, and now become a medium for exploitation, Arjun. Old constructs shall shatter, new constructs shall arise. Old heritage shall arise again in a new form. Just as before rainfall. Even the cloud-striven skies look stained, and the land sprawled with flowers seem tainted as well. The situation is similar today. And past the rainfall, the skies and the earth are washed clean. Similarly, post this war, the society and the world shall be scrounged clean, Arjun. Post this war, the society and the world shall be cleansed as well. Hence, give up your affection, Arjun. Think of the benefit of the entire world. Raise your weapon and wage war. Now Arjuna says, I can hear your words, Krishna, but their meanings do not reach my heart. My mind is clouded by affection. How do I see through it and view my duties? My mind is filled with thoughts of my dear ones. How can I think of the entire world? Krishna, you had said that you shall steer my chariot in the appropriate direction. Arjuna feels hopeless and kneels down in front of Krishna, put down his Gandiva bow and tells, take command of my soul, steer the course of my life in the right direction, Sri Krishna. What is it that after knowing which I can overcome my weakness? Now Sri Krishna smiles and put his hands on his shoulder of Arjuna and ask him to rise. Listen, Arjuna, know the secret of life. Comprehend the actual form of creation. Plunging your fist into the current of river Ganga won't give you anything. But if you dip a cupped palm into the current river of Ganga, the holy water of Ganga can be arised into your lips. Think, Arjun, is it a fist of arrogance? Or a cupped palm of sacrifice that you have assumed? Can you comprehend this knowledge? Arjun says yes. Sri Krishna questions, what is this world, Arjun? Humans, demons, animals, birds, parasites, insects, fishes, trees. How are all these created? What substance are they created from? How do they function and how do they survive? How do they die? And what happens after death? Ponder upon this secret. Now Arjun thinks and says, a human body is made from dirt, Krishna. Water flows through it as blood and other humors. Fire gives the body heat, and the blank voids in the body consist of space. Therefore, earth, wind, water, fire, and space. The body is created from these 5 base elements. And now Krishna says, therefore, Grandsire Bhishma, Master Drona, are nothing more than earth, water, wind, fire, and space. Even the learned scholars are comprised of 5 base elements, and so are the tyrants. So, what are you pinning for, Arjun? For dirt? But Krishna, it is through this body made of dirt that humans assume their identities. All bonds are rooted in this body made of dirt. Krishna says, no, Parth. If this were true, then why is one's body destroyed post-death? In reality, neither is one's identity from his body, nor are his relationships rooted in his body. One's behavior and his nature and his deeds are his identity. How are behavior, nature, and deeds even created? Comprehend that, Arjun. A human life is a mere harmony of visible and invisible entities, Arjun. Yet, every human's nature and his deeds seem to vary vastly. The reason for it is the 3 gunas of nature: tamas, rajas, and sattva. Arjuna asks to Krishna, what are these 3 properties, Krishna? Krishna says, tamas means darkness. Spending one's life without presuming about good or bad is said to be tamas-oriented behavior. Just as birds and animals live solely to fulfill their bodily cravings. Sattva means the light of knowledge. When a person in every circumstance thinks about justice, truth, and tradition before acting, then it is termed as sattva-oriented way of life. Amidst these 2 is such a person who does possess knowledge, but he is also tethered to the desires of body and mind. Such a person lives with an arrogant, which means Rajas-oriented mindset. By the very balance of Tamas, Rajas and Sattva gunas, a man's nature is determined. Now Krishna asks Arjun, "Look ahead, Arjun. What gunas do you see in all of them?" Now Arjun steps forward and looks ahead. He looks towards Duryodhan, Shakuni, Dushasan, Mahamahim Bhim, Guru Dron, everyone. And Arjun answers the question. Prince Duryodhan knows what is just, but he never acts upon them. His life revolves around arrogance. Therefore, he possesses less of tamas. He possesses more of rajas, and sattva is totally absent. And over there is Prince Dushasan. He always obeyed his elder brother's orders without any forethought. Therefore, he possesses only tamas. Now Krishna asks Arjun to look at grandsire Bhishma as well, Arjun. He possesses balanced amounts of sattva and tamas. He harbors no arrogance, but he is bound by outdated thoughts and old traditions. Even when the need arises, he cannot break his oath. Look at Master Drona. He possesses both knowledge and arrogance. Knowledge liberates a human, but his arrogance won't let him attain liberation. Arjun says, "But Krishna, if a human's nature is the union of these three gunas, is a human's actions predestined? That a lion shall devour a gazelle, and a gazelle is bound to fear a lion? Then why is justice so vital? Why do crimes need to be punished? What is the purpose of that?" Sri Krishna says, "A brilliant question, Arjun. But first comprehend what a human being is. A human isn't just the union of the five base elements, not just five entities, five Jnanendriyas, five Karmendriyas, and three gunas. Not even just the union of 23 such entities. In order for a human to walk around function, he needs energy, and energy is termed as Chaitana." Arjuna questions, "So Krishna, is a human comprised of Chaitana?" No, Arjuna. Along with a human's Chaitana, the union of these 23 entities is creation. Residing in this device called human made of 24 entities is a man, which means a fragment of God. That is termed the soul. When the creation and man become one, which means when a fragment of God resides in one's body as a soul, that is when a human comes to life. And now Arjuna questions Sri Krishna, "What is a soul, Krishna? And what is the means of comprehending it?" Krishna answers, "Just as a human uses a chariot, similarly the soul uses this device called a body. Through the medium of a body, it experiences the joys and sorrows of the body. But the soul is not the body, Arjun. The body can be destroyed, but a soul cannot be destroyed. Nainam chindanti shastrani nainam tahti pavaka na chainam kletyantyapo na sushyati maruta. A soul can neither be pierced by weapons, nor can it be burnt with fire. Nor can water render it weak, nor can the wind dry it. Even though a soul resides in the body, it is immortal. Nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Parth, a body can be killed, but the soul cannot be killed. A soul is omnipresent, intangible, stable. It is eternal. Just as a man discards old garments and wears new ones, similarly the soul leaves an old body and assumes a new body time and again. Arjuna asks, "But Krishna, I experience the world through my body. Without understanding my very body, how can I understand my soul?" Now Sri Krishna answers, knowing oneself in the form of a soul isn't impossible either, Arjun. Even the blind ones lives. Even the mute one live. Those who do not have hands or legs live too. It is clear that the body is not what makes a human. The ones who loses his energy or loses his consciousness lives as well. Therefore, it is clear that a man's unconscious form isn't the body either. The one who explores within himself in this way, I am neither the indriyas nor the body, nor the feelings, nor the thoughts, nor am I the thoughts. The one who understands this finally understands himself in the form of a soul. Arjun now wonders and questions Krishna. What is the purpose of a soul, Krishna? Sri Krishna answers, when the creation was partitioned and when man and nature were created, then the man, that is the fragment of God, became a soul and dwelled within every entity of creation. That soul was surrounded by desire and darkness, Arjun. Awakening from that slumber of desire and understanding oneself as a fragment of God is the duty, purpose, and the goal of a soul. Arjun says, but Krishna, if every soul is a fragment of God, are progress and hindrance controlled by God Himself? Just as a jewel lying in dirt does not shimmer, similarly, the soul that is surrounded by creation's 24 entities learns that it is the fragment of God. Very often souls assume that their bodies are everything, that they are different from the bodies itself is never known to them. The joy, sorrow, smell, taste, etc. that the body senses, they assume them to be their experiences, and they never strive for change. The souls that do not strive towards change and are constantly committing injustice, punishing them to awaken them to inevitable. You better comprehend this as well, Arjun, that You are not a body, but a mere soul. Every warrior seen in this battle isn't what you think he is. They have all dwelt within a body from a time period. Their bodies shall die, but they are all immortal. They shall assume new bodies again, until they do not know themselves as pure souls, until they give up injustice and imbibe justice into themselves. They shall continue to born and die. This is the first lesson of Brahma Vidya Arjun. The one who is born shall surely die, and the one who dies shall surely be born again. This great knowledge is called Sankhya Yoga. What are justice and injustice, Krishna? The path trading which a man sees himself as a soul and knows himself to be a fragment of God. The path is called justice. When a man knows himself to be a fragment of God, he has an epiphany that creation is God and God is creation. There is no difference between creation and God. Those human who comprehends this isn't cruel and harsh towards other humans and animals. He knows that amputating an organ causes pain, not just to that organ. The pain is experienced by the entire body. Similarly, when one human feels pain, the entire world experiences that pain. As long as even a single human is suffering in this world, no one can feel true pleasure to that fullest until then. Upon knowing this, a human mind is filled with compassion. It is called justice. When one is under the influence of tamas guna, he becomes harsh, cruel, and selfish towards others. Just for the sake of his perceived pleasure, he inflicts sorrow upon others. He cannot grow closer towards God. Therefore, injustice is the path that leads away from God. Therefore, injustice is another name for ignorance. Sri Krishna says, yes. So, one needs to feel pity towards an ignorant one. What is the purpose of punishment? When an ignorant one is unwilling to know the value of knowledge and is unwilling to even glance at knowledge, then punishment is compassion. Even towards him and towards others as well. For the creations, progress to be always towards God is inevitable. But at times situation arise, Parth, when ignorance, desire and injustice grow, and justice in the world is at the brink of extinction, and the world is devoid of justice. Compassion and truth are both destroyed. In order for the forthcoming generations to get justice, slaying unjust ones today and re-establishing justice is inevitable. Today is a similar situation, Arjun, and the duty to establish justice is yours. Hence, overcome your weakness and prepare for this battle. Now Arjuna says, but murder shall occur at my hands, Krishna. If lives are ended by me, won't that destroy the compassion within me? And if compassion is the basis of justice, won't my soul become unjust? Now Krishna answers, the limit of justice is surely created. But the limit of actions isn't created, Arjun. The difference between actions and deeds is necessary to be understood. All deeds are actions, but all actions aren't deeds. A deed is an action for which an outcome is expected. When one carries out a deed expecting pleasure, wealth, and prize, he is bound by the outcome of that action. When a deed is performed with an expectation of an outcome, it is called Sakam Karma Yoga, and when a deed is carried out without expecting an outcome, it is called Nishkam Karma Yoga. This is the very reason he has to be born repeatedly. In reality, a man is not bound by a deed. The expectations linked to that deed is what bounds him. How so, Krishna? If you hope to be victorious in this war, then you shall feel immense sorrow upon defeat, and that sorrow shall compel you to do something else, for which you need to be born again. If you are victorious, your arrogance shall grow, shall drive you towards worldly triumph. It shall make you kill, and the sin ought to it shall bind you. Think about it. If in this battle you have no desire to win and have no fear of losing, would you feel bliss or sorrow at the end of this war, Parth? Parth says, neither bliss nor sorrow, Krishna. Therefore, your bliss, sorrow, hopelessness, disappointment, arrogance aren't due to the war. The expectations that you have from the war shall cause them. Is it not true, Parth? Arjun says, yes. Sukh dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddha yujasva nevam pap mavapsyasi. Therefore, holding joys and sorrows as equals without thinking of gain, loss, victory or defeat. If you engage in battle, O son of Kunti, you shall not bear any sins. This is called Karma Yoga. The one who attains the knowledge of Sankhya realizes the fact that he is not a body but a mere soul, that the bliss and experience of the body are only until death, and therefore are not real but just illusions. For him, becoming a karma yogi becomes easier. Now Archana asks, but Krishna, if deeds are meant to restrain, isn't it wise to renounce the world and embrace sainthood? Krishna says, such thinking is the sole reason for this war today, Parth. Think of it, Parth. When the ones possessing gunas and the ones who know justice give up deeds, then the ones full of injustice run the world. Had Grandsire Bhishma not renounced the world, injustice wouldn't have grown so vast today. And had your father not gone on an exile, Brother Yudhishthir would be reigning in peace today. And would be teaching his subjects about justice and righteousness. But Arjun, the sad truth is that only the victorious ones can benefit the world, but they are the ones who often think of sainthood. Just as water drifts away as steam and dirt keeps lying right there, similarly, the victorious and learned ones give up the world, and unjust ones possessed by tamas function in the world. Or to this very reason, sins and injustice grow in the world. But Karma Yoga protects this world from the bizarre situation, and Karma Yogi gives up expectations of an outcome but not the deeds themselves. He stays in this very world path like a saint. He performs all actions but doesn't lose himself in fun. A Karma Yogi expects nothing from his children, from his dear ones, and even his subjects at all. He himself reaps the benefits of sainthood, but he benefits the world like a familial head. Arjun asks, a human toils for the well-being of his offsprings. How can he not expect joy from his own offsprings? Krishna says, whatever a human does for his children, is it a transaction or an act of love, Parth? Love Krishna? Then why expect an outcome for his deeds, Parth? Future gains are measured in transaction and not in love. The human who molds his children's character well and bestows the virtues of love and justice upon them, his children shall surely give him love and protection. The deeds of one's children and the behavior of dear ones reflects one's own deeds, Parth. And when one has no rights upon their deeds, what is the use of having hopes and expectations from them? If you think deeply, Parth, you shall realize soon that there is no deed in life to which linking hopes and expectations is inevitable. When the creation is God and human is a fragment of God, all actions are caused by God himself. A human does nothing on his own. This is the base principle of Karma Yoga, Parth. Trigunya Vishyaveda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastho Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. By giving up three gunas, be free of them, Parth. Be free of this dilemma. Always think for Sattva, which is the Lord Himself, and continue with your duties. The desire to achieve something and the thought of defending something that was achieved must be given up, Arjun, and liberate your soul. Remember, Parth. Karmanyavadkarasthe ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma pal heturpu ma the sanghostva karmani. Your right is only to commit deeds. The outcome relies on the Lord. Therefore, neither it is right to run from deeds nor is it right to expect a return from your deeds. Arjuna asks, the one who gives up on outcomes but does not give up deeds, how can such a karma yogi be recognized, Krishna? Vishya vinivartante nirharasya tehinaha rasavacham rasopyasya param dristva nivartate. Look, Parth, the one who gives up food just to escape its taste. In reality, the craving of taste never leaves his mind. He faces a twofold loss. For one, he becomes weak, due to which the inevitable effort of attaining the God cannot be done by him. And secondly, his mind is always full of craving for taste. Hence, rather than giving up food, one better gives up the craving for taste itself. A karma yogi draws out all cravings in his mind. He accepts life as his duty and does function. But he is never in harmony with his actions. And Parth, the one who has no hopes and expectations from his actions, are the one whose motives are fulfilled. The one whose mind does not falter even after one failure. The one who does not think he is the most superior after one success. Such a person is called a karma yogi, Parth, and such a person succeeds in life repeatedly. Wishes arise out of expectations of outcome, and it is a characteristic of wishes to stay unfulfilled. Unfulfillment gives rise to anger, and anger gives rise to desire. Due to desire, a person forgets the knowledge of behavior and interaction. Loss of knowledge causes loss of virtue. Inappropriate actions take place, and the society becomes an enemy of such a person. And in the end, such a person meets complete downfall. Like for brother Duryodhan, his commander-in-chief, grandsire Mahamahim Bhishma is his enemy, and he blessed you to emerge victorious. Parth, dutifulness is the second step towards the divine knowledge. Strengthen your faith in the Almighty. Know your own self. Break free from the shackles of bondage. Sacrifice the desire of the outcome and do only your duty. Now Arjuna says, by strengthening my faith in the Almighty, how can I become dutiful? Parth, due to Sankhya Yoga, a human keeps reminiscing the Almighty. Reminiscing the Almighty gives birth to a sense of submission. And this sense is called devotion. Devotion enlightens a human about what is right and wrong, and the knowledge gives him a glimpse of the Almighty. The one who gets a glimpse of the Almighty, he becomes the most dutiful. He is freed from the circle of rebirth and attains salvation. That is the ultimate aim of the soul and the pinnacle of righteousness. Now Parth asks, but how will I submit without a glimpse of the Almighty, Mata? To get a glimpse of the Almighty, get rid of greed, pride, anger, and prejudice. If a person sitting in a dark room says that he wants to see the sun, what will you suggest him, Parth? Won't you tell him to come out of the room and stand under an open sky? Sun is already present there. Similarly, Arjun, this universe is the Almighty. The Almighty is everything, nothing else other from Him. The one who sees his soul sees the Almighty. Like the taste of a single granule of salt is indifferent from the taste of the ocean. Similarly, a soul is indifferent from the Supreme Soul. Now Arjuna excited and asked, then Mata, you are the Almighty? Sri Krishna smiles and says, yes Parth, I am the Almighty. Just like you are. But you are not enlightened about it. Unlike me. Now Parth asks, so Madhav, why isn't submission before you regarded submission before God? Sri Krishna says, absolutely. Submission before me is submission before the Almighty. Sarvadharman parijyaj Mamek Sharanam Vraj. Sacrifice everything and seek my refuge, Parth. I am the universe. I am present in every aspect of the universe. I am the sun and I am the moon. I am present in all the constellations and planets. I am more than ancient than the sun and as new as a blossoming flower. I am a human race. I am the power that creates heaven and hell. I am Duryodhan. and I am Arjun too. And now Arjun asks, how is that possible, Madhav? People have witnessed your birth. Your mother is still alive. You took birth from her womb. How can you be both ancient and modern? You are seeing the body part, and I talk of the soul. I've been born innumerable times, Parth. I have many avatars. I have taken up many forms and have died right here. And I will take many births in the future as well. Yada yada hi dharmasya ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Whenever righteousness is harmed, whenever the evil raises its hood in order to rescue the righteous, to annihilate the evil and to re-establish righteousness, I'll take birth. This has happened in every age and will continue to happen in future as well. I am the Almighty God. I was the Matsya avatar and the Vamana avatar. I am Parashurama and I was Lord Rama. I am Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwar. And I am Saraswati, Kali and Lakshmi as well. I am neither male nor female, nor a transgender. I am neither the body nor its parts. I am knowledge, creation, reason and eternal. And everything. Yet I am nothing. This has happened in every age and will happen in future as well. When you reflect on your being, you will find yourself connected to me, Parth. And then, just like me, you too would find yourself in the avatar of the Almighty God. But to gain that position, it's imperative that you dedicate yourself completely to me. Arjun questions, what do you mean by dedication, Madhav? It is a state of mind where one gives up all wishes, doesn't make a decision for oneself and doesn't take a OT. One does the work that's given to him or her. In reality, dedicating yourself to something is committing yourself, your mind, your wits, your knowledge, your desire, your wishes and your emotions and everything that you have to someone, and such commitment is called devotion, Parth. Arjun now remembers the words said by Karna, and the reason for that was the devotion of King of Anga towards brother Duryodhana. The punishment he is about to get in this war wouldn't be for what he is, but for his loyalty towards an evil man. Hence, oh Dhananjay, it's necessary to dedicate yourself to what's right. That makes a human being right. Only criminals are shackled with chains made of iron. The temple lamps are fastened by chains made by brass, and gold chains are adorned around our necks as ornaments. Loyalty towards husband, loyalty towards master, loyalty towards friends, and just few forms of loyalty. But the true loyalty of all is your loyalty towards God. Arjun now asks, but what does devotion towards God have to do with Sankhya Yoga or Karma Yoga? Because of Sankhya Yoga, human beings knows that they are but souls. And because of Karma Yoga, they get freed from all the ties. And it's because of devotion that human beings get to know the real form of the Almighty. And having known about Almighty, a human being rises above the cycle of birth and death and attains eternal bliss and knowledge. A human being devotes himself to the Almighty and becomes the Almighty. The way a drop of water, when falls on a river, becomes the river itself. Now Arjuna asks, so you mean this human body is of no worth, Matha? Krishna says, it surely is worth, Parth. The human body becomes the medium for a human being to meet the Almighty between death and reincarnation. The knowledge of soul remains dormant. With the experience, knowledge, thoughts, and practices you acquire in your previous life, the soul becomes a part of a new body. The progression of a soul and its declination is only possible when it's a part of a human body. Parth again asked, but Madhav, by slaying the people present here, are we not destroying the chances of their extrication? Sri Krishna smiles and says, your enemies have crossed the boundaries of righteousness. Unrighteousness has become their second nature. In so being, their extrication is impossible. A sinner can be given a chance to reform only to a certain extent. I had forgiven 99 mistakes of Shishupal, but it was necessary to punish him for his 100th mistake. If we let a sinner commit sins, he degrades more and more. Benevolence is to stop him from making mistake. these souls would not meet their end, but leave their bodies which are corrupted by unrighteousness and be a part of new human bodies. And there are more chances of their progress in a new body. If you fight the war with this mindset path, it would be appropriate. Human body to a human being is his wealth as well as dignity. Those who tread the path of righteousness purify their bodies and through it meets his soul. This is the connection between Kshetra and Kshetrajna. But I couldn't understand this, Madhav. When one knows that one's body is just like a part of this land, that is, it is just a place which is Kshetra. And he is the one who understands about the piece of land and resides on it. That is, he is a Kshetrajna. It's then that he, through his body, can gauge the progress. The soul resides in the body and balances three virtues. It eradicates darkness and paves the way for goodness. With its devotion for God, it unites with the Almighty God. Arjuna asks, who is a devotee, Madhav? Is being devoted not devotion? No, Parth. It is the first step to devotion. In reality, devotion is not a task. It is a state of mind. It's necessary for a human being to purify his soul by means of prayers, renunciation, yajna, apostasy, rituals, yoga and self-learning, and to remain devoted to the Almighty. That he devotes all that he does, all the moments, every breath to the Almighty. Now Arjun asks, if devotion is a only state of mind, then what importance does prayer, renunciation and other things hold? Sri Krishna smiles and says, just the way the utensils you clean today gets dirty again, a human mind becomes oblivious of the Almighty time and again. Hence, it's necessary that with prayers, renunciation, self-learning and other means, you keep reminding yourself all the time that your life is devoted for the Almighty. It is not important which part of river you dive into. What's important is you are diving. There's only one deduction of Bhakti Yoga, that by committing his life to the Almighty, a human being should continue his devotion for the Almighty, and that he keeps the goodness in him alive. What's virtue and goodness, Madhav? Violence without reason or necessity is unrighteous, Parth. In reality, non-violence is the supreme decree. and along with it, truth, abstention from anger, sacrifice, peace of mind, abstention from taunting, mercifulness, not being drawn towards joy, not doing a task without any reason, illustriousness, forgiveness, patience, cleanliness of body, not being proud of one's virtue and not being egoist. All these qualities are called the ultimate possession. Only with the help of these does a human be my true devotee. Fulfill the duties in his life, establish righteousness, and live without any endearment to the fruits of action. I will undoubtedly grant him happiness in his life and absorb him within myself after his death. Arjun now, with happy tears in his eyes, asks Madhav, "How is your appearance, Madhav?" Through the medium of Sankhya Yoga, I got to know that I am a soul, I am immortal, and reside in this mortal body for some time. Through the discipline of selfless action, I got to know that the one who sacrifices the desire for the fruits of action and fulfills his duty achieves peace of mind and happiness in his life, Madhav. Through the discipline of spirituality, I got to know the importance of submission to you. But Madhav, you said that the Almighty, not humans, stands here in every place. Now Arjun kneels down and asks Madhav, "I want to have a glimpse of your true self, Madhav." Your power, your knowledge, illustriousness, and opulence fill the divine form. I want to see it, Madhav. Manifest your imperishable form to me, Madhav. Destroy all my doubts. Manifest yourself, Madhav. Sri Krishna stays calm and silently says, "Behold, Parth." From divine knowledge to the discipline of selfless action. From the discipline of selfless action to the spirituality, and from spirituality does one achieve knowledge. Witnessing my ultimate form is true knowledge, Parth. This is the supreme knowledge that forms the basis of all other knowledge and sciences. This knowledge grants salvation. Even the deities don't get to see this form so easily. The form that I manifest to you, Arjun. I dwell in each and every particle of this earth. And the earth, sun, moon, the galaxy and the constellations dwell within me. I am life and I am God. I am prime alphabet. I am Samaved among Vedas. I am Indra among gods. I am the consciousness in animals.
I am Kubera among the Yakshas. I am Shankar among the Rudras. I am fire among demigods. I am Sumeru among mountains. And I am Brigu among saints. I am Omkar among sounds. And I am the chant in yajnas. I am the holy people among the trees. I am the memory of intelligence. I am intellect, constancy, and patience. I am glory. I am Chitrarad among Gandharvas. I am Narad among divine saints. I am Kapil among sages. I am Uchchasva among horses. I am Airavat among elephants. And I am the lion among animals. I am the eagle among birds. I am the king among humans. And the Vajra among armors. I am Kamadhenu among cows. I am Vasuki among serpents. I am Seshnag. I am Yamraj. I am the rain god and the wind god as well. I am Lord Rama. I am Holy Ganga. I am the origin, sustenance and the end of creation. I am Brahma's knowledge. I am Mahakal. And Brahma effect, victory, nutrient and decision. I am punishment, power, strategy, silence and tattva, knowledge as well. I am Vasudev Arjun. Ved Vyas. There is nothing that is not me. There is no place where I am not present. I am time and I am life and death, Arjun. I stand here as the death of all humans present here. Even if you do not raise your weapons, I shall slay them all. Therefore, overcome your desire and comprehend your duties. Shoulder the burden of justice. Raise your Gandiva bow and commence the battle, Arjun. Engage in battle, Arjun. Engage in battle. O Mahadeva, O Madhusudhana, today all my doubts have been obliterated. Kindly return to your human form. I shall obey every order of yours. Karishye vachanam tava. And now Arjun, with full of confidence, takes his Gandiva bow, looks towards Sri Krishna. Now both Arjun and Sri Krishna steps towards the chariot. Sri Krishna takes his position and Arjuna as well to attack Kauravas in the great Maha-epic battle. Now Sri Krishna unpauses the battlefield and blows this Shankanag as a sign of starting the Maha-epic battle between Pandavas and Kauravas. I hope you all had some quality of time in listening the conversation happen in between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Thank you for listening. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe. Do not forget to hit the notification button and share this video to your family and friends members so that they can be having and awareness of this Geeta Saar. Do like, share, comment, and thank you for listening this. For more updates and videos, please stay tuned to this channel, Key for You. Thank you very much. Bye for now.